Hi there, and welcome back to Stronger After the Storm. There's a moment in recovery where you realise something. You're not chasing the old life anymore. You're learning how to live in a new one. And progress sometimes doesn't look the way you thought it would. I didn't suddenly get big milestones. I didn't get huge breakthroughs. I got small wins every day. I started to recognise them. I felt them and I counted them. The kind no one else really sees. Before my heart attack, progress meant obvious things. Working harder, doing more, pushing further. There was always something to chase. You may also identify with this. But after, that way of measuring things doesn't hold up anymore. Because your body changes, your energy changes, your priorities change. And if you try to measure progress the old way, it just feels like you've fallen short. I felt the tiredness kicked in quite quickly, and I became more aware of my body telling me to slow down. For me, the shift came quietly. It wasn't a big realisation. It was noticing things like getting through a full day without that constant fear sitting in my chest, going out for a walk and actually enjoying it more. I wasn't overthinking it and started noticing my surroundings more, focusing outwards more than inwards. When I found myself laughing at things, I didn't have that voice in the back of my head warning me to calm down a bit. Small things. But they weren't small. There were signs that I recognised that something was changing. I was rebuilding. Small wins don't look impressive from the outside, but you do feel them on the inside. They look like saying no when you need to rest, a win. A small push, a win. Going out even when part of you doesn't want to, a win. Not checking your body every 5 minutes, a win. Sleeping a little better and waking feeling much better for it, a win. Feeling a bit more like yourself again. Not your old self, but your new self. These are the real markers. Not perfection, not back to normal. Just a familiar, steadier ground returning. The thing I learned here, we're not wired to notice small wins. We're used to measuring big things. But how often do you hear, it's the little things in life that matter? So when progress comes in quietly, we overlook it. Or worse, we dismiss it. We tell ourselves, that's nothing. I've lost count of the number of times I've said to myself quietly, I should be further along by now. But that thinking, I realised, keeps you stuck. Because you end up ignoring the very signs that you're healing. I had to change my way of thinking about how I measured progress. Instead of saying to myself, am I back to normal? I started asking, am I a little steadier than I was last week? Do I feel a little more confident in myself? That's it. And when I started measuring like that, I began to see and feel something different. You realise you are moving forward, not just in a way you expected. Small wins build something important, confidence. Not the loud, head held high, chest out kind, but a quiet confidence. The kind that says, I am getting through this. I am finding my way. And when you feel that, those small wins, that matters more than any big milestone. If you're in that stage right now, where it feels like nothing's really changing, like you're still scanning, like I was at times, look closer. The signs are there. They're just quieter than you expected. And those small wins, they're not small at all. They're the foundation of everything that comes next. So embrace those small wins. If the head noise is still there, check out my 7-day mind reset plan. It's free. It's something I created, and you'll find the link in the show notes below. And if you got any value from this episode, then please share it with family or someone close. It may give them a better understanding about just what you're going through. Next time, we're we're going to talk about a thing I love and what always helps me in every situation: music and memory, and how they both play a huge part in healing. This is Stronger After the Storm. I'm Dougie. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.